Salam. Welcome to another video notes. First, make sure you've got this outline so you don't have to rewrite it. And yes, I sound funny because I am sick, so please pardon the stuffiness. Alright, we are going to figure out today how to write a quadratic equation when we're given the linear factors, which is another way of saying the zeros or the roots, and 1 point on the parabola. Now first, it's important to remember we really have three ways we could write a quadratic equation. The one we love is standard form. And remember that C, that tells us where the graph crosses the y-axis. So that's really a handy equation to know. Another one that we haven't done much with is vertex form. What's nice about it, see that H and K? Well, that's the vertex, H comma K. But the one we're going to use today is the intercept form. Here's what's nice about intercept form. P and Q are the roots, or that's another way of saying zeros, or solutions, or x-intercepts of the graph. And here's what I want to point out. See those negative signs? Think of that as opposite sign. Here's what I mean. Let's say they tell us one of the roots is x equals 8. Well then, when we write it in here, you're actually going to write x minus 8. Well, if you're given a root of, let's say, negative 2, we want the opposite sign, so we'd have x plus 2. So that's what we mean by those negative signs. It means put the opposite sign. And like we've done before, I'm going to jump in with an example. So on the left, I'll have what to do, and on the right, I'll have the example. Okay, so we are told we want a quadratic equation in standard form. Here's standard form. The roots are 1 and 3. And this parabola should pass through negative 4, 3. So this is just a fancy way of saying our roots are x equals negative 1 and x equals negative 3. So don't get thrown off by the fancy little, oh, I forgot what they're called, kind of parentheses. Anyway, again, I'm sick, pardon me. All right, we are going to start with intercept form since we're given the intercepts. So first, we want to substitute P and Q into the formula. P is negative 1, X is negative 3. But remember, we're going to do the opposite sign, so we're going to have X plus. So let's write Y equals A, then X plus 1, because we want the opposite sign, and X plus 3, because we want the opposite sign. Fabulous. Well, we need to do a box to figure out what X plus 1 times x plus 3 is. And we should be pretty good at filling in these boxes. So x times x, that's x squared. X times 1, that's positive 1x. 3 times x, that's positive 3x. And 3 times 1, that's positive 3. All right, let's write out what we have. X squared plus 1x plus 3x plus 3. I see some like terms. So let's combine our like terms. We'd end up with x squared plus 4x plus 3. And this is going to be really important to us, so I'm going to box it. On to step 3. We want to substitute x and y into this. Here's what I mean. So we're given y equals a, and instead of doing this, we know that x plus 1 times x plus 3 is x squared plus 4x plus 3. So let's use that instead. X squared plus 4x plus 3. Here's what I mean by substitute the xy in. We're told we want to go through the point negative 4, 3. Well, reminder, that's our x and our y. So anywhere I see y, I'm going to write a 3. And anywhere I see x, I'm going to write a negative 4. And let's be crazy with those parentheses. And you might want to write kind of small because we don't have a whole lot of room. Sorry about that. All right, so anywhere I saw x, I put parentheses negative 4. Anywhere I saw y, I put a 3. Let's simplify this a bit, shall we? So nothing happened with our 3, nothing happened with our a. Well, negative 4 quantity squared is 16. Positive 4 times negative 4, that's negative 16. And we just bring down that plus 3. Well, 16 minus 16 is 0, so we just get that 3. So 3 equals a times 3. All right, step 4. We need to solve for a, so I'm going to rewrite what I just had. 3 equals a times 3. Well, to get a by itself, what do you need to do? I need to divide by 3. Three over 3, that's 1. And the 3's cancel over here, so we get 1 equals a. Cool, we are so close to the end. We need to substitute a back into our equation. So y equals, we now said a is 1. And for this x squared plus bx plus c, we look at what we boxed right here. So x squared plus 4x plus 3. And finally, distribute. So we do 1 times x squared, which is just x squared. And then we do 1 times 4x, which is 4x. And then 1 times 3, which is just 3. And you're done. So this equation, y equals x squared plus 4x plus 3, will have roots negative 1 and negative 3, and it'll go through the point negative 4, 3. If you want to double check on your calculator, graph that, and I bet you it'll go through those points. Here's what I want you to do next. On the back, you have this problem. Woo. Try it out. See if you can do it. You can work with a buddy. That's cool with me. And then check with me to see what you get. And once you've got this and you got it right, glue it into your notebook, and then you've got some practice to do. Best of luck. Let me know if you have questions.